Welcome back, True Seeker. It was just pointed out to me that at 10 Downing Street in the UK, where the Prime Minister resides, just above the front door in the glass, you can see half of the Jesuit Order's logo. You can see the exact sun rays they use and the Templar cross on the top. It's absolutely the Jesuit logo. On the Wikipedia page, it acknowledges it, but it says it's unknown why it is there. And again, if you've read my book, Number Games 9/11 to Coronavirus, I explain how the Jesuits truly are the New World Order, and it's very clear they run the UK, the US, and many of the other nations of the world. Again, the Jesuits pride themselves on being the force of globalization. But here's what I want to show you about this. Construction on 10 Downing Street was completed in 1684, and that stands out for two reasons. One, the year 84, where Jesuit equals 84, and it's a number that many Jesuit rituals are performed around. Ask the last superior general of the Jesuits, Adolfo Nicolas, who died at age 84, in a major ritual. And as I make this video, we're happening to be in the time of the first Jesuit Pope, Pope Francis, who is 84 years old right now, and was born December 17th, 1936, a date with numerology of 84. 12 plus 17 plus 19 plus 36, 84. But the other thing is the Jesuits were established September 27th, 1540 with the church. September 27th, 1540, that's 144 years, but for 1684, when the building was completed, 144 years. And remember, this is a huge number with the Jesuit order, 144. We just talked about how in the U.S. on June 12th, 2020, it was simulated at the first Jesuit university, Georgetown in Washington, D.C., which has been there longer than the federal government, but how Georgetown simulated an election between Trump, who's Jesuit educated, and Joe Biden, who's from Jesuit Scranton, Pennsylvania, but how they simulated an election June 12th, 144 days before the election on November 3rd, where Joe Biden wins in a close election. Trump refuses to step down, says he was cheated, and it leads to physical violence and death on the streets of America, like they reported in the news, in the aftermath of the election. But that election was exactly the simulation was exactly 144 days before the election, June 12th to November 3rd. And remember, in this same cipher, when you write out President Biden, it's also 144. And remember, Trump met with Pope Francis, just with the most simple cipher, you guys, just the alphabetic order. A is 1 up to Z is 26. President Biden's 144, as is Jesuit order. And again, the simulation at Jesuit Georgetown, the current President Trump, Jesuit educated at Fordham. He met with Pope Francis, the first Jesuit Pope, at the Vatican on May 24th, 2017, which was the 144th day of the Gregorian calendar year. And don't forget, the Gregorian calendar comes from the Catholic Church and is named after Pope Gregory. And don't forget, it was put out at the end of the 16th century. At the same time, the 26-letter English alphabet was standardized, which was about, half a century after the Jesuits were created. And again, the calendar and language are perfectly in tune with one another. English is originally credited to a Catholic monk, Burfirth. The Catholic Church has had all this occult knowledge, including Kabbalah, where this code of letters and numbers comes from, Gematria, since the time of the Crusades. And again, the Jesuits have a long history in the UK, in the US, and throughout the world. It's just so obvious that their symbolism and trademarking is everywhere. And let 10 Downing Street be the latest example. If you want to learn more about this, you can come read the post at my blog, GematriaEffectNews. And again, I think anyone who reads Chapter 1 of my new book, Number Games 9/11 to Coronavirus, I think they will be convinced of exactly what I'm saying, that the Jesuits gave us the calendar, the language, and are essentially running the world through the media that they control and the governments they control. Again, those things steer people. They control the things that steer people, which means they have control and influence over the world. So thank you to the person who shared this. Again, if you're not signed up for freetofindtruth.com, you should sign up. It's totally free. People doing all sorts of stuff on here, putting out sports picks. I just saw Thomas Anderson's post 22 minutes ago. and put together this quick presentation. So thank you very much, Thomas. Appreciate that tip. You learn something new every day, especially if you're on freetofindtruth.com. We'll leave it there, Truth Seeker. Until next time.